But now we got to talk about the Ramily. The Los Angeles Rams on fire. The Rams, the best team in the NFL. The Los Angeles Rams, the team that was going to struggle this year because their best player, Matthew Stafford, was injured, had a back injury. Oh, and now what's happened? Matthew Stafford, he's running away with league MVP. Matthew Stafford has the same stats through 11 games as 4 other MVPs. With his 3 pass TDs and no interceptions in Week 12, Matthew Stafford became the 4th player ever with 30-plus pass touchdowns and less than 5 interceptions in their team's first 11 games of the season, joining Tom Brady's 2007 MVP season, Patrick Mahomes in 2020, and Aaron Rodgers 2011, 2014, and 2020. So this is another reaffirming piece of information that strengthens Matthew Stafford's MVP candidacy. He's on pace for 46 touchdown passes this year. That would time for the 7th most in a single season with Drew Brees, who did it in 2011, the year that Rodgers won MVP. It'd also be the most touchdown passes in a season since Rodgers' 48 in 2020. So we are talking about an elite season. We're talking about a guy that just continues to look better. I mean, I'm calling him football's version of fine wine because he's getting better with age. And it's not like, oh, it's just Matthew Stafford either. I mean, it's a great team around him. Devontae Adams, 12 touchdowns, leads the NFL. Puka Nacua having himself an all-pro level season. The defense, Jared Verse, fantastic as well. So, I mean, you just look at this Rams team. You look at this Rams team, and we're going to break them down a little bit because this is a team. I'm going to give you my 10 takeaways. And the first one is that Stafford 100% is going to win the MVP. Matthew Stafford is your league MVP, barring an injury. On Sunday, Drake May threw for 295 yards and a touchdown against the Bengals. Patriots 10-2 on the season. Patriots fans chanting MVP. My question is, why are Patriots fans chanting about Matthew Stafford in New England? That doesn't make sense to me, and that was in Cincinnati too. So, hey, Patriots fans, you can chant all you want. You can chant MVP for Drake May, but just like Drake and Kendrick, Drake's going to take an L on this one. Matthew Stafford started the game on Sunday going perfect, 12 for 12, 121 yards and a touchdown. He ends up going 25 for 35 for 273 yards and 3 touchdowns. Had an absolute beautiful no-look touchdown pass to Colby Parkinson. He's got 30 touchdowns on the season, 2 interceptions. He's got 27 straight touchdowns without an interception, starting a new NFL record. I mean, he's got 37 years old, 37 in his 17th season, playing the best football of his career. He's going to win the MVP, and I don't think that he should retire. I mean, next year, have him back. As long as he's continuing to perform at this level, Matthew Stafford should be the quarterback for the Los Angeles Rams. And this should impact how you're drafting. You don't need to go out there and get a right tackle. Warren McClendon has stepped up. You don't need to go out there and get a quarterback right now. One, because there's no one out there that is deserving of going up and giving those top picks. Right now, the Rams' extra first-round pick that they got from the Falcons would be the 11th pick in the draft, and it's only going to get better. That's going to end up being a top 10 pick at the very least, and you're going to have your pick at the bottom. Go out there and get Matthew Stafford some weapons. If Devontae Adams is gone, go get another receiver. Go get another running back. Continue to make this offense the best offense in the NFL because you got to take advantage of a quarterback that is showing no signs of slowing down. So last night, Matthew Stafford on an absolute heater, Stafford is your league MVP at this point of the season. And with the Rams, with just 2 losses on the year, with a Rams team that is looking at the 1 seed in the NFC, sitting at 9-2, with one of the toughest schedules in the NFL, a team that still plays the Cardinals twice, a team that, if it weren't for an extremely unlikely occurrence in 2 field goals getting blocked late against the Eagles and losing an overtime game to the 49ers, would be 11-0 right now. Give Matthew Stafford credit. That could go down as one of the greatest trades in LA sports history that's already led to 1 Super Bowl and could lead to another one this year. Here's Matthew Stafford after the game.
Yeah, I did. That was cool. That was awesome. I was a great
atmosphere out there today.
Our fans did a great job showing up. Obviously, both sides of the ball gave them something to cheer about early and often, which was really cool. But they were loud. It was a tough environment, I feel like, for Tampa, and we appreciate that. So it was great.
So is Matthew Stafford kind of keeping it cool. Like Davante Adams said, he's one of the coolest guys. He doesn't even try to be cool. But it's another thing to talk about, too, is Davante Adams. I mean, the dude cannot be guarded in the red zone. And one of my other big takeaways is the problems that hurt this Rams team in the past, they're solving them now. Red zone offense was terrible in the last couple of seasons. It cost them in the playoff loss to the Lions a couple years ago. And now they're a top 5 team in the red zone. And Davante Adams is a big reason why. Him and Matthew Stafford have a connection. They have rapport. They have chemistry that they weren't able to build during the offseason, during summertime, during preseason, during training camp, because Stafford was dealing with the back injury. It was going to take some time. It's always going to be a process. It doesn't happen overnight, and we are starting to see it in real time. These guys have something special. There's a reason why Calvin Johnson, Megatron, had his best season under Stafford. There's a reason why Cooper Kupp had his best season under Stafford. There's a reason why Davante Adams has completely revitalized his career and looks completely re-energized with the Rams. The common denominator there is Matthew Stafford. And you look at the success that they've had. 12 touchdowns for Davante Adams. That leads all of the National Football League. And early in the season, it was getting scary. Early on, they were just 3 for 11 on end zone targets. But since week 7, Matthew Stafford and Davante Adams are 9 for 11 on end zone targets. Adams has been absolutely unguardable in the red zone. In short space, when he gives you the move, you can't touch him. And over the past 5 games, the Rams have had 18 touchdowns in 21 trips to the red zone. They are converting in the red zone at an 85.7% clip. That's as elite as you could get. Matthew Stafford, 24 touchdowns with 0 interceptions in the red zone. I mean, this is a team that has been terrible in the red zone. They've done a complete 180, and Davante Adams is a big reason why. Here was my fellow Taco Bell lover after the game.
I think I'm definitely, most importantly, I'm having the most fun playing that I've ever had. And, yeah, real grateful for the opportunity to play for a team like this.
What makes this the most fun you've ever had?
It's hard to put your finger exactly on what, what makes it feel like that, but it's just one of those teams where we just have a lot of fun together. Everybody, you can see from the celebrations to the intense moments out there. It's just one of those teams where we just find a way to really enjoy, being, Sean's always talking about being totally and completely present, and that's really where we are. I mean, it's not really, nobody's thinking about the third quarter, nobody's thinking about the end of the game. It's more about just enjoying where our feet are and going out and playing, the biggest team sport that there is together, and coming out obviously on top of a lot of these games. That helps the feeling a lot as well.
You know how you spell fun? It's W-I-N. And yes, Davante looks like he's having fun. He said it himself. And Rams fans, they're having about as much fun as they've ever had watching this team. I mean, of course, the Jared Goff, the Robert Woods years, and Cooper Kupp, that offense exploding, that was fun. But we're talking about both sides of the football. this is the best team that Sean McVay's had up until this point. Other big takeaways. Emmanuel Forbes has turned himself into what looks like to be a lockdown cornerback. Somehow, some way, the Rams have picked up a dude off of the waiver wire from the Commanders, and they have developed him into a guy. Had the best performance we've seen against Jackson Smith and Jigba, who's been the best receiver in the NFL this year a couple weeks ago. And he now has 3 interceptions over the last 4 games. He picked off another one. He's been fantastic. And this is exactly what they were hoping that he would be. He's got 3 interceptions last 4 games. He had 5 pass breakups. And he had one on 4th and 2. He had one on 3rd and 9 that set up a nice turnover on downs. And he was targeted 7 times and didn't allow a single reception against the Buccaneers. According to Next Gen Stats, no defender since week 12 of the 2022 season has been targeted more times without allowing a catch. The Rams got him for nothing, and they turn him into something. Not going to see he's going to be on the Forbes 500, but this guy is money for the Rams. Also, one thing I was looking for was Jared Verse. Jared Verse was dominant. He had 2 sacks. He was consistently dominating that Buccaneers offensive line, and sometimes his pressures don't become sacks, but he now has 6 sacks on the season. That sets a new career high. He had 4.5 last year with 6 games to play. He's going to get double-digit sacks, and that was one thing we're looking for. Next Gen Stats also put out there that Verse had a season-high 6 pressures. His 8.7 seconds of pressuring the Buccaneers quarterbacks were the most in a single game in his career. The 2 sacks could have been 4, could have been 5. He had a sack on 4th and 9 in the 3rd quarter. There was a turnover on downs. He was great. Another thing, too, how about Kobe Durant and the rest of this team on defense? I love what I saw from Kobe Durant getting that pick and throwing up that land shark the way he did. That was cool stuff right there, Kobe Durant. And here was Matthew Stafford. Here was Sean McVay after the game talking about this Rams team and coming up on Sunday Night Football, where they hadn't won since they beat the Bears in 2021, where Matthew Stafford was 1-4 as the Rams QB on Sunday Night Football. But the Rams came to play in a big game on a big stage. And I hate to say this, I'm going to wash my mouth out with soap. I might throw up a little bit. But how about them Cowboys? The Cowboys beating the Eagles and allowing the Rams to get that 1 seed in the NFC. Here's Sean McVay after the game.
Point I'm making, and I appreciate the question, they've done a great job through 11 games of putting themselves in this position. And when you look around this league, every single week something inevitably occurs where you're saying, I can't believe that happened. Let's stay humble. Let's stay in the moment. Let's continue to lean into our preparation, have the appropriate urgency, but also the enjoyment. This team has fun. And good football is fun. And when you're doing it with good people that you don't want to let down, that's really fun. And so I want to continue to have a great week. Obviously, we got a great opponent that we're playing that's got a lot of momentum. I'll be interested to see how that game goes tomorrow against a division opponent. And then, we'll enjoy this week of preparation and then hopefully bring it to life when we are in Carolina on Sunday.
So the Rams, they are in control in the NFC. They have a 57% chance of finishing with the top seed. And you look at the rest of their schedule. You look at the games that they have won. With the Eagles, it would have been nice to have won that game for sure. They lose, but still, even if they lose to the Seahawks, they go up to Seattle. And when the Rams go, if you look at the Rams' remaining schedule for the rest of the way, you've got, after this one, the Panthers this Sunday. Then you go to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Then the Lions at home, December 14th. Then you go to Seattle on December 18th. And you got 2 more, the Falcons on the road and the Cardinals at home. So even if you did go up there and you lose to the Seahawks, if both teams finish 14-3, the Rams and the Eagles, the fact that they go 1-1 against each other in the same division, because that win against the Bucs, you're going to win and finish with that top seed. Here's another thing to consider. Since the NFL went to 7 playoff teams with just one team getting the bye, the overall 1 seed, 5 of the 10 Super Bowl representatives were the top seed in their conference. So Matthew Stafford and the Rams, they've really set themselves up to get back to the Super Bowl. And here's the other thing. Matthew Stafford is 4-0 in home games in the playoffs with the Rams. So great time to be a Ram. I mean, just a dominant team, stepping up in a big way. And what's their weakness? Special teams? Well, Harrison Mevis, the thicker kicker, he made both of his kicks, including a 52-yarder, and I think it's official now. The Rams have their kicker, and it is Harrison Mevis, and he's going nowhere. He hit the 52-yarder. That was impressive. He had a rusher just kind of coming off the edge towards his weight. He still made it. The Rams did not kick the 57-yarder on 4th and 3, so that's pretty interesting. But still, it was a good game for Mevis. The Rams had him on kickoff duties as well. So Josh McCarty, get that LinkedIn ready, because I'm pretty sure he's not going to be on this roster very long, even though Sean McVay kind of gave him that vote of confidence. But let's hear what you guys have to say. Rams killing it. We've got Jake McQuaid MVP. Oh, we got Raiders fans. The Raiders.